Thank you very much. And our next speaker is Azerbaijan.
Honorable President, distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, humanitarian crisis, whether triggered by armed conflicts or natural disasters, continue to affect millions of people worldwide. Women, children, and other vulnerable groups are disproportionately affected. Parliaments play a central role in this endeavor. We must mobilize political will, champion inclusive governance, and promote dialogue across societies. A multi-sectoral, inclusive, and equitable approach is essential. We must safeguard humanitarian actions in times of crisis, ensure the integrity of international humanitarian law, and reaffirm our commitment to multilateral efforts. Parliament must act together to mobilize international organizations for rapid responses and keep humanitarian issues high on the agenda. The IPU, for its part, could consider establishing a working group or holding an extraordinary meeting to address this shortcoming. As to my country, Azerbaijan, it has consistently upheld these principles. Azerbaijan is deeply committed to protecting human rights in conflict situations. Azerbaijan has been a main co-sponsor at the UN General Assembly in its adopting a resolution on missing persons since 2002, and supports the UN Commission on the Status of Women resolution on the release of women and children taken hostage in armed conflicts. In September 2023, Azerbaijan hosted its first international conference on clarifying the fate of missing persons, making the International Day of the Victims of Enforced Disappearances. Humanitarian work must respect equity as much as equality. As the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies notes, humanitarian assistance must adapt to the needs and backgrounds of those affected to ensure genuine equality in access and participation. Also, humanitarian aid must remain free from political influence to preserve its role as a livelihood for human dignity, development, and stability. Let us reaffirm our collective commitment to humanitarian norms, support those affected, and strengthen the international system to respond quickly and fairly to crisis. Together, through joint effort, legislative action, and multilateral cooperation, we can ensure that humanitarian action remains effective, equitable, and above all, human. Thank you.
Thank you very much.